This game is brought to you by Score Sports, the leader in sports videography. For all your videography needs, reach out to us at www.scoresports.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mount Zion High School. Getting things started here with the tip. They decided to do no introductions, which kind of took us for a spin. And we'll see. Sorry for those people getting in front of our way here when we get started here with the clock. And we'll go ahead and start counting things down here. 8 minutes are on the board. Mount Zion in the white, Jonesboro in the black. No, reverse that. Mount Zion in the black, Jonesboro's in the white. Going straight in. Clock stopped. We're going to let it roll out here because we got 7:34 on the clock, so we're going to make sure we have enough time because I didn't start it too early. I'll be multitasking today, trying to see if I can run a clock and put the scores on the board. We'll see what actually happens here. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports, bringing you Jonesboro versus Mount Zion. A little crosstown rivalry action here. Right down the road. 2-0 Jonesboro. Once again, Jonesboro's in the white. Mount Zion's in the black. It's Saturday evening, 7:30 p.m., approximately almost 8 o'clock. The women's game ran a little late, so hey, we're just rolling with it at this point. Once I get all my gadgets and gizmos all laid out, I'll be able to help you out a little bit. But right now, I'm struggling. So it's always fun to see what will happen in that situation. Oh, going to be a backcourt action right there. Handing it back to Jonesboro. Appreciate our sponsorships here. As you can see, we added some new things up there for the scoreboard. Be able to see how many fouls everybody is in the game right now. I say that, and I haven't added the foul, one particular foul to begin with for Mount Zion. They decided they're going to go underneath the goal. Glad they're trying to make their mind up because my brain's shuffled. I'm in a different angle tonight. I'm behind the goal. Deep three by Dakota. Off the mark. Mount Zion is going to get the rebound, and away we go. We'll try to adjust the clock if I'm not paying attention to it. But that's the one thing I really got on my hand right now. If we call a timeout, I'll be able to, a little quick spot off the jumper. No good right there. Jonesboro's able to regain, pushing it up through Ellerby back over to Dakota. But no good on the turnover. Mount Zion takes it back up the court. They're trading non-baskets backwards and forward, it feels like, at this point. .5:51 on the clock. 3-0 here at Mount Zion High School. Mount Zion High School is known for their dark gym in the sense that the lighting is killing me. It's not as bright as Clayton State, nor what Jonesboro is going to be in every way possible. And one, no good. We'll go to the line to shoot two. Get a chance to breathe real quick and do a quick little introduction of both teams. Both teams are sitting in two different regions this year. And we've discussed that before because this is the second time they've played each other. The first time they played each other, the outcome was Jonesboro winning 65-56. He's able to get the first basket of the night. 3-1, clock is running in the first period here at Mount Zion High School. As I said, we played each other early in December, and Jonesboro was able to come out victorious. I'll have a chance. Want to call a walk. He traveled and got caught. Another turnover. dishes it inside. Mount Zion actually played last night where Jonesboro did not. Fresh legs go in the favor of Jonesboro. Mount Zion lost to Mundy's Mill, who's second in their region in standings, where Mount Zion sitting dead in the middle of the heat in their region. Robinson takes it up for Jonesboro. Added a little sponsorship down by the scoreboard for us. Once again, appreciate everybody helping us out here at Jonesboro High School. 4:19 on the clock. Seem to have gotten ourselves caught up, which is a good thing. I just have to pay attention when it gets rebounded in, and it's constantly going backwards and forwards here. We got Deshaun Ellerby, the senior. We got Robinson, the senior, or actually the junior in, doing the guard positions. And because everybody's to my back, Dakota, deep three, let's count it. He's holding majority of the points with 5 here for Jonesboro, under the halfway mark here in the first quarter. Deep three off the mark. Ellerby pushes it up. Able to hand it off. Foul, go to the line to shoot 2 in an and 1 situation. 3:27 on the clock. It's like number 12, Bryce Martin. He's averaging roughly about 10 points a game. He's our leader in rebounds with 5.9 rebounds per game. As for a percentage, we're 64% shooting from the line so far this year. And I say that, and he's able to get a basket. So I didn't jinx him. I tried to wait till he actually got it in before I sit there and said otherwise. He's going to go for his second free throw, hopefully 100% so far, and I jinxed him. And away we go. Once again, Mount Zion's 8-10 overall, 5-5 in their sub-region play. They're averaging roughly about 58 points a game here. Probably my biggest concern is the tiredness that they could acquire here in the game. Jump shot, he called bank. No, he didn't, but he did call glass, and let's give him 2. 7-3 here early. Under 3 minutes in the first quarter. What we got calling? They're going to call a foul. It's Mount Zion's 3rd team foul. I'm a little 10 seconds off the clock, so I'm going to wait till I get it down to 10 before I click it back over. So nobody freak out that the ball's running and the clock's not. Here we go. Look like we matched back up. Lost the handle. Mr. Ellerby or Mr. LeFew was driving in the lane and should have been bobbing when he was weaving. Rebound, Bryce takes it up. Number 12 for Jonesboro is going coast to coast. They did not call the foul, non-contact foul. Felt like he walked right there, but Mount Zion's taking it the other way. Finally were able to dish it in. They traded turnovers a couple of times. Closes the lead to 2. Roughly 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Going to call a walk. I will say this, it's much easier just to call a game than to worry about the clock going in and out. So I'm doing my best to keep y'all all entertained here, but oh my goodness, my brain might not be working the way it needs to right now. All right, we're starting back with 1:55 on the clock. Turnover, Dakota. And one. Count it. Good job, Dakota. Last time these two teams faced off, the Mount Zion Bulldogs and the Jonesboro Cardinals, Dakota led all scores with 23. We shot around 46% from the field percentage-wise field goal, and about 90% from the line. Dakota makes his and one, increases the lead to 5. They're showing a little pressure. Able to finally push it up. Slam jam, let's call it. That was good ball movement from Mount Zion across the board. Able to break the press with a slam. Doesn't probably make Coach Melman very happy at this point to see that happen. Dakota likes this gym and likes playing against this team. He is on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Amount of points. He walked. Oh, yeah. Minute 13 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 13-7. The leading scorer for Mount Zion last game was Eric Greer, number 10. He's a junior. Rolled in 19 points with 4 blocked shots. We'll need to keep an eye on him tonight. Thanks again for everybody tuning in tonight. A little quiet, trying to make sure all my technical pieces are working properly. You never know what's not going to work properly here. Quick steal from Mount Zion, going to take it coast to coast. Oh, nice. They're going to have to say, hey, we need to go get that ball. That was a great job. Way to trail the play from Mount Zion was number 10. We just mentioned him. 4 block shots. He leads the team in 4 block shots, but averages roughly 10 points a game with 10 rebounds, almost a true double-double. Right around 35 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Good thing is I've been able to survive at least the first part, which is good. Going to call a foul. Dakota will go to the line to shoot 2. We're right at 12 seconds remaining. 13-9, 5 team fouls. Makes the first. Makes the second. Remaining seconds here in the first quarter. Gonna call a walk. My clock ran out. I wasn't able to stop it, but there's still 2 seconds left on the board. And he goes for the shot, almost gets it in. We'll reset the clocks, get ready for period 2. With that, we'll get a little sponsorship out there. It's 15-9, 8 minutes to go. And yes, the band is here, just in case anybody wanted to know what that noise was. The band is here. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight between the non-region action, Jonesboro Cardinals versus the Mount Zion Bulldogs. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. Glad to bring this little cross-road rival to each other. They're just right. They connected by Mount Zion Boulevard. Realistically, both of them are in the city of Jonesboro. Jonesboro will be able to take it in right here, and the clock is on a tick. Here we go. Starting the second quarter, 15-9. Ill-advised pass. Manuel trying to get that rebound. Going to call a walk, a travel by Jonesboro. Looked like on Bryce Martin. Deep three, in and out with the rebound. Off the mark, going to call a foul to shoot two. 7:24 on the clock. He'll go to the line to shoot two. That's 2 team fouls for Jonesboro. 5 on Mount Zion. Getting close to getting the border here, or getting on the bonus world. Wasn't able to connect. 1 out of 2. It's 10-15 here. And yes, the old something's going to give. It's probably going to be the clock. My brain can't process and try to call the game at the same time, but we'll see. We'll see it. You know, practice makes perfect. Not going to just give up and say it doesn't work. We'll see how it plays out. Good feed. Found an easier way to clock it in. It's 6:54 on the clock when I get a little off match. Looks like Chris Holland will go to the line. He's averaging roughly about 3 points a game, about 3 rebounds as well. Misses the first, gets the opportunity to hit the next one. 16 fouls on Mount Zion here early in the second quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports, bringing you Jonesboro basketball 2019. Let's go ahead and give him the point. 16-10. Good hands, good turnover, good teamwork by Jonesboro. Good effort by number 23, Luis. Another turnover. Going to call a foul that time, and 1. Getting a little excited about that. (20-10) here. Lewis will go to the line to shoot an and 1. Second quarter of play here at Mount Zion High School. He's able to make it. Great job, 21-10. They have definitely picked up their press. Out of bounds. Jonesboro basketball. We got Robinson and Ellerby playing the guards. We got Lewis. It looked like we got Chris Hollins. Turnover. Oh, Chris takes it back from him. He tried for the reverse. Tried to push a little bit. Going to show some pressure here. It's kind of an ill-advised pass. Almost felt like that was a double dribble, but we're going to go ahead and get a rebound and count it. Great effort. He'll go to the line to shoot one. .6:01 on the clock. That is number 2, Quinn Thomas. He's looking taller, I think, because I'm far away. He drains it. 24-10. Going to call a charge. He leaned in a little bit with his shoulders. But nobody's going to say anything about that. 24-10. And the clock is ticking here in the second quarter. Jonesboro's fairly well in command. They are in the bonus. Just 2 team fouls against Jonesboro. Good block. Able to pass it out to Robinson. No good, in and out. Finally was able to get it back in right there. Good work across the board for Jonesboro. Able to rebound. Going to call another turnover. We are pressuring them and able, oh, jumper. 3 off the back of the rim there. Deshaun goes up and gets fouled. Realistically, I mean, you look at this and you go, okay, they probably necessarily can't handle the pressure that's being thrown at them right now. Hey, all right, Georgia Tech beat the Syracuse Orangemen. Always excited about that. They played at 6 today, and I didn't have a chance to visit with them and have an opportunity to watch the game. 5:06 on the clock. Hey, I'm just off 1 second. Boy, am I on point here in the second quarter. Well, let's count it. 27-10. It's probably because I ate something before I came. Got a full belly deli, so my stomach's not growling, so I'm able to focus. That's a good thing. Deshaun, the senior, makes both. 28-10. Out of bounds. Once again, appreciate you all tuning in here tonight. It's a rainy Saturday night in Georgia. Going to rain pretty much the rest of the night, it sounds like, getting about an inch. Ooh, good pickpocketing right there. Dish is over. Slam. Liked it. Set them up again there, Cardinals. Got to get back, though. It's all fun and games, but if you don't get back, then everybody gets to cheer in the slams. Got to be able to play defense if you're going to move that fast down the walls. I'll check your chats out at halftime, be able to respond to it, making sure I don't necessarily blow a gasket. Bryce hits his first free throw. Not able to get his second one. Jonesboro still is with the pressure here, but you got to get back on. Oh, I don't think he can do that. I don't think that's with the rules. I got Coach Floyd from Jonesboro High School. I'm going to put a headset on him in a minute and make him talk with me. He's just sitting here and enjoying life. I'm the typical tambourine between my legs and the drums. And we'll take a little breather here with 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go in half. The outcome of the Lady Bulldogs versus the Lady Cardinals. The Lady Bulldogs came out victorious. They had a tough battle last night against Mundy's Mill. Was glad to see them come out on the winning side of things here against Jonesboro. Even though I do support the Cardinals, I'm also make sure that I look out for an opportunity to chime in with all the Clayton County teams. Ellerby's going to throw it in. Robinson takes it. Foul on the play. Go to the line to shoot 2 at this point. The old double bonus. Hey, there we go. I was looking at how many fouls I have, and they're up there. I'm not a bright man. I'm picking things up as we go. I wish I was able to show the timeouts. They don't want to come across the screen real well. We'll get it all figured out. Mr. Robinson shoots the first and is able to get it. Good. Steal right there. Jumper. See, all right, usually when they jump up and fall back like that, you're a little worried about them twisting an ankle. 3:54 on the clock. At halftime, the band's going to be playing, so I'm going to let the music play a little bit with the band. They were here. They're jamming, which is always appreciative when they come to even away games like that. Mr. Robinson shoots it. Goal's not been nice to Mr. Robinson today. Cuckoo Kachu, number 1, is averaging roughly about 5 points a game. He's able to make the second. Another steal. I don't even want to think how many turnovers existed right now. Goodness gracious. One after the other. They're going to call the foul on Mount Zion. No, on Jonesboro. Giving the ball back to Mount Zion. .345 on the clock. Each team both still have 6 timeouts. No-look pass had the Jonesboro, Mr. Chris Holland faked out. Bryce faked his own player out. 12-10, didn't know what was going on at that point. 3:29 on the clock here remaining in the second quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports, bringing you Jonesboro Cardinal basketball. We'll definitely take a moment to breathe at the end of the at halftime, 10-minute halftime. We'll place that on the clock. We'll do a little quick timer of that so we'll know exactly when you need to come back. Quick steal going the other way. And 1 right there. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 as well. They're trying to stay in this game a little bit. 33-16. Jonesboro's 3rd team foul. He misses the and 1, not able to get the bonus. I always find that that's the one that you want to make sure that you get, just for the sole fact that you getting that opportunity to get some extra points down the line. It's 33-18 or 33-16. It's not too far off. When you go back and look at last game, roughly we had almost about the same point lead. Quick turnover. Going to take it the other way. Is he able to go coast to coast? He was going for a monster block. Unsuccessful. Jumper, good. And keeping them in the game here. Only down by 15. Have heard very little from Dakota here in the second quarter. First quarter, he just took control. I opted out of taking stats so I could work the clock because he was definitely moving. Right at the almost at the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. Make sure you subscribe to the channel when you get a chance. Click that button. Looking for 1,000 subscribers here within the next 2 weeks. Oh, he goes in unsuccessful. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. I think they stopped counting after 10 team fouls. They won't go any higher than that, so we'll stay at 10 as well. Bryce goes to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first one. A quick reminder, our next home game will be Tuesday versus Riverdale at Clayton State. Should be a fun atmosphere. I will say this, I'm somewhat looking past that particular game and looking towards Friday's game, and I'll explain a little bit at halftime once the music clicks off of why I'm looking forward to that Friday and Saturday matchup. Both those Friday and Saturday matchups are, I better get my stuff together because I want to have some fun filming these games and bringing the games to you. And what I mean by that is on Tuesday they play Riverdale, and you can see they're last in the region. But then the next day they get to go play Griffin. And then on Saturday they get to go play Fayette County. Fayette County's second in the state. They're 6-0. Our only loss in the region is to Fayette County, our first region game. And should be a very fun atmosphere. I think tip-off's right around 5:30 at Fayette County High School. We'll attempt to stream it live. I've never been to Fayette County High School to stream a game, so I have no clue if it'll pick up. Bryce just nailed both free throws. Great job on Mr. Martin, number 12 for Jonesboro. And they're going to call a quick foul. 23 seconds, or 1:23 on the clock. I forgot I was talking. Missed the clock starting back. Another foul on Jonesboro. That's our 5th. And they just feel like Mount Zion feels like haphazardly they're just throwing it up there. And Jonesboro's able to snag it out. Looks like Chris will go to the line to shoot 2. Was it Chris that got fouled? Nope, it was going to be Bryce. Well, Bryce, don't be limping if you go in the lane like that. You're going to definitely expect to get fouled. You didn't get dressed up for nothing. So we definitely have some exciting games. First free throw shot's good for Jonesboro. It's 36-20. We've increased the lead to 16. I will say this. I felt like Mount Zion was drawing it a little bit closer. But they weren't able to close the gap with these ill-advised turnovers. And really clutch free throw shooting on our end. And I'd like to give both of these coaches huge hugs for the sole fact, our first coach, Coach Melman, and the fact that we haven't had any timeouts this first and second quarter, which is very appreciative. 1:11 on the clock, 37-20. And first-year coach for the Bulldogs, Coach Simmons. Everybody was trying to get a little piece of that action. Under 1 minute to play here in the second quarter, and boy, am I wore out. I would take some Gatorade right now, possibly a Red Bull, to get my brain focused for the remaining part of the game. 37-20. I wish I was able to keep the how many turnovers existed. I'm going to call a walk. Right at 36 seconds remaining. Dakota picked up the ball where he probably shouldn't have picked up the ball. Going to call a foul on Manuel, team 6th. He'll still go to the line and shoot 2 because he was in the act of shooting. Was working on all these little different information to throw your way. Some of us I was successful with it. Some of it I was not. I wanted to mention our rankings. You know, we talked a little bit about rankings last week. That first piece where 32, about right around 26 seconds remaining. But Jonesboro's moved up in the 5A rankings all the way to 11th within the Max Prep. Statewide, 96, and that includes all teams in Georgia. You don't want to know the national rankings. It's 2,983, but you didn't hear from me. I don't know how they keep that and know that. I think it's just amount of scores and turnovers and records and so forth. Strength of schedule is huge. Dish out. Oh, Quinn was thinking about it, couldn't get it out. Time's up. It's halftime, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bowman Michael with Score Sports. I want to cut the mics off here for a little bit. Sit back and enjoy. Band's going to play for us. It's always nice to hear that. Ooh, they're not going to call it. They're going to call that there's still time remaining. Hopefully the band won't start playing. They are going to call a foul, and Quinn Thomas will go to the line to shoot 2. Quinn's averaging roughly about 8 points a game. And once again, we're shooting 64% from the line. And I think we're actually probably shooting better tonight, 38-22. We ended with 6 team fouls. They ended up getting us in the bonus, which is always nice. And there's the buzzer. And the buzzer has had it. All right, I'm Bowman Michael. 10 minutes are on the clock. Sit back and enjoy yourselves. I'm going to reset the clocks. I'm going to start it. Let you listen to some band, and we'll be back. right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the buzzer. That means things are getting started again here at Mount Zion High School. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. A very fast first half. Thank you, Coach Simmons and Coach Melman. I'm always about fast first halves. Hopefully that doesn't open up the trademark for a very slow second half. I'm trying to get close to what's going on in the Dallas-LA Rams game. I'm multitasking. Coach Floyd said, there's too many numbers for you to punch there. I'm like, yep, I understand, and I still haven't brought the other game over. All right, I'm working with it, people. Help me. Help me, help me, help me. All right, we didn't miss any points. Turnover, Jonesboro basketball, and everything looks like it's back into play here. Out of bounds. Start of the third quarter here. Have a little Twitter feed up there, so feel free to tweet me. Mentioned something about Jonesboro basketball coming through there. Eventually, that's all we'll have is stuff that going about the game, but not that quick. They did switch sides, so Mount Zion will be playing to the left. Good block shot by Bryce. Let's take it the other way. Over to Dakota. Wish I could do a little fast, slow motion of that one. Sorry for those people getting in our way. They're not going to call a foul. Felt like he walked right there. Lionel's going to take it all the way down. Out of bounds. Should be Mount Zion basketball. God bless you there, Coach Floyd. He sneezed and scared the heavens out of me. Off the foot, going the other way. I am impressed with the crowd across the board. For both schools, they're close by, and a lot of them know each other. So it's always nice to see them all, everybody kind of showing up and showing their support. Going back the other way, Jonesboro, 41, Mount Zion 24. Deep three from Dakota off the mark. Rebound Jonesboro, rebound Mount Zion. He'll try his hand at a three. Comes up short as well. Dakota's able to get the rebound, taking it the other way. Ellerby all the way in. He's just going to call it out, not going to call a foul. 5:56 on the clock. I'll say an even block right there. I don't know if they're wanting to eat their whistles right now, but they definitely are. Out of bounds. Jonesboro basketball. We'll wait till the clock gets caught up with us. Sometimes I get overzealous. At the 5:30 mark right now. Good runner from Dakota. And once again, Dakota's the leading scorer for Jonesboro at 14 points, averaging roughly about 4 rebounds and 2 assists per game. Turnover Mount Zion. Lionel. I pulled a stat, Lionel, on our end. He causes, or doesn't cause, he inflicts 2 turnovers a game. Not steals, but he actually turns the ball over twice a game. Gets it back to Dakota. He's going to call a walk. Dakota's definitely got issues walking right now. Meaning that he's not gimping, it's that he is traveling a great deal for those true definitions. Jonesboro with the rebound. Mount Zion, I'm going to use the word dead legs that come to my mind in the sense that good pass from Deshaun from Dakota, or back to Dakota. Finally, great shot. Let's see if we were able to pop that in enough for the rebound. And don't you love that everything froze up on that one, so we'll exit out and see if we can get the screen back. They always tell me everything's running fine. I think I got too much stuff going on to it, so we'll see what actually happens there. It's not able to get the 1-and-1. Two fouls. Team fouls on Mount Zion so far. .424 on the clock. We'll let it run down a little bit before we start it back. Hey, look at this. First time we've seen this all game. Timeout by Mount Zion. 4:24 on the clock. 45-24. With that, I'm going to throw up an interesting stat. I mean, this gives you an idea where we're at overall-wise. You see Mount Zion is 8-10, 5-5 in the region. They're really kind of sitting across the board, averaging 58 points a game. They're shooting right around 40% from the field. Then you get the Jonesboro Cardinals, 9-8, 4-1 in the region. That's the key right there. If at 4-1 in the region, they're going to be really tested this next 3 games with Riverdale, Griffin, and then Fayette County. Averaging, shooting. I'm impressed with the three-point shooting. We haven't seen much three-point shooting tonight. Like I said, when you look at it that way, you go, okay. And this is where the region breakdown is. In this manner, where you got Fayette County up top at 16-2 overall, followed by Jonesboro, Griffin, and Stars Mill. They'll go to the line, or they're going to do a quick rebound. Let's get the clock getting ready to go. I'm getting a little frustrated with Mount Zion and their lack of losing the ball. Goodness. 47-24. Back the other way we go. From Dakota to Deshaun. Over to Bryce. Back to Dakota. Going to call a walk again. I'm growling here, people. I'm growling. .354 on the clock. 47-24. Really, Jonesboro has a very comfortable lead, mainly based on Mount Zion's turnovers. If they were actually, but a lot of that goes to Jonesboro. I mean, hands down, they've started pressuring them early in the game and have not let up. And because they played last night and Jonesboro did not, the legs are in the favor of Jonesboro, not Mount Zion. Jonesboro has games against Forest Park on Tuesday and then go play Lovejoy on Friday. They get it's very interesting with the Lovejoy game. No, I'm getting things mixed up in my brain. Lovejoy girls are pretty good. Lovejoy boys are gaining momentum, but they're still sitting right below and hanging out with the Mount Zion boys. Got to learn to stop the clock. He was able to get it. 3:30 on the clock. And he shoots the next. He's able to get both. And the worst thing is I keep on the corner of my eye watching the Rams-Dallas game. I apologize. So if I yell out touchdown, we are not in the middle of a football game right now. Deep three. Count it. Pretty sharp from Quinn. Quinn Thomas with a three-pointer. I want to say he stepped out. 3:25 on the clock. One of these days I get the clock in motion to help myself out. I'm just getting used to the buttons. I almost felt like Dakota walked again. They didn't call it that time, which was nice. It's 52-28. or 52-26. Nice slam. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Across the board, another deep three. He called money, and they cashed it in the bank right there, ladies and gentlemen. Great job on Quinn and his three-pointer. He's going to go for another one. Can he stroke it? He's on fire. That's 3 threes. That's nice. That is nice indeed. Out of bounds. He stepped back, made sure his foot was across the line, and shot it up again. Nice indeed. I keep trying to hit that stop button, and it doesn't want to work for me on the thing. I'll work a little bit better. I think my hand comes away from it, and that's the reason why. Sorry about that clock mishaps. 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Quinn's going to drive the lane. They're finally going to call a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Jonesboro Cardinals are headed by Coach Dan Melman. Good rebound. We got people talking left and right with us. I want to make sure that I'm paying attention. Good slam. Increasing the lead to 60 here. Yeah, the turnover number's going to be astronomical for Mount Zion. I'm surprised we didn't get a foul right there. Looked like number 10, Eric Zier, with the slam. 60-30. Going to call a walk on Quinn. 1:35 on the clock. Back over to Dakota. Deep three, count it. Exploded here in the third quarter. We've had 12 points, all 4 of them by three-pointers. He had to take a step back and jump. 63-32. About a minute left here in the third quarter. Look like we're going to try to hold for the final shot. We will have a moment to be able to give a shout out to our sponsors. A nice little commercial here at the end of the third quarter. Everything goes by very fast here when they're moving their ball as much as they are. Quinn dishes it out. Yep, holding for the final stop. We're right around that 20-second mark here. .16 seconds on the clock. Mount Zion basketball. It's going to be off a little bit. Forgot to hit the count it. 65-32. 5 seconds remain. He'll take it. No, didn't get it up quick enough. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not count the basket. Reset the clock. Let's get ready for the fourth quarter of play. I'm Bowman Michael with Score Sports. We'll be right back. Here's a word from our sponsor. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fourth quarter of play here at Mount Zion High School. I'm Bowman Michael with Score Sports, 65-32. And it's a big audience here, and everybody's running everywhere right now, and I'm hoping my cords are not going to get pulled out behind me. That's all I can say at this point. We'll go ahead and clap it in here for 8 minutes. Quinn's going to start off with another three. Nah, he got hit right there. 3 team fouls for Mount Zion, 2 team fouls for Jonesboro. Neither team's anywhere close to being in the bonus, which was a good thing. Going to call a block shot. Oh, didn't even hit the timeout yet. Thought I hit the clock. Got to watch that a little bit more. My guess is the band's walking behind me that somebody's going to unplug me, so if I lose mics here for just a second, we'll get it taken care of. The clock's running because it's actually 5:45 on the clock. Too much stuff's going on at this point. He makes both. I'll let that clock run for a little bit. Won't be stopping until we get it caught back up. 65-34. Out of bounds, just once again, the clock will be running. We got to get caught up. It's 5:18 on the main clock. So necessarily trying to figure that out and get that quicker to you. I haven't figured out actually how to pull that off without messing something up very quickly. So count it. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. 65-34. All right, go to the line to shoot 1. Coach Floyd, haikus will be written about you right there. You did a great job, man. Great job getting that band out of there. They should rent you out for football games to escort the band from the field. Let you take a timeout from the team and go do that. That would be a good idea. Finally got caught up. It's 5:10 on the clock. Fourth quarter of action here. A reminder, next game, Tuesday night versus Riverdale at home, going to the lock, Clayton State. Should be a lot of fun. He's able to drown it. 68, oh Lord, 68-34. Another turnover. Quinn's not as hot as he was the third quarter, man. That little number 2 knocked down 3 3-pointers in a row. It was nice to see. Going to the lane to shoot 2. 68-36. Almost at the halfway minute mark here. Eastern Standard Time, 9:05, which I'm happy about. That might get me home around 9:30. I'm going to call 3 seconds in the lane. I don't think we've had that since gas was $1. And I've not seen 3 seconds in the lane. That's one of those calls that somebody's getting bored and said, hey, let's just call that. Quick turnover over to Jared Rogers in the game. Quinn's looking for his shot again. He's trying to feel it, just not happening. He threw it, turn around, Calvin, they're going to call a walk. Old Crumley, I think, took 4 steps, but he didn't move really in one way. He's just doing the best he can with what he didn't have. 4:19 on the clock. A solid 28-point lead. Actually, a solid 32-point lead for the Cardinals. Cardinals will improve their record to 10-8 overall, 5-1 in the region. That's the one I'm looking at. That's the matchup that I'm wanting to see. It felt like that could have been a walk, and they didn't call that. They are definitely letting these kids play tonight. But then He does the acrobatic shot and goes in. You know, I keep going back to this and going, okay, hey, this is an and one. He misses it. Goes up again, gets fouled. Everybody has 4 team fouls across the board. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 again, 68-38. Makes the first. But you get to take a look at this region and how this region's matching up right now, and you look at it and go, it is definitely Jonesboro's for the taking if they can get themselves focused enough to do this. Everybody's getting a little carried away with the fouls right now. I guess they don't really have a point of wanting to go home, which is okay. It's raining outside. Basket's good, 68-41. Reminder about last meeting, Jonesboro won 65-56. Definitely not in that area right now. We look like, sorry for the loss of the camera right there. And decided to take a loop-de-loop. Once again, people love walking in front of the camera. It's just one of those things we have to deal with right now. We'll solve that problem next go around. Another turnover for Mount Zion. Jonesboro takes him. Oh, Luis. Nice running layup floater. 71-41. Takes out the ref. Bodies going everywhere at 3 minutes and 7 seconds to go. They'll go to the line to shoot 2. I'm Bowman Michael with Score Sports. Glad to have everybody with us tonight. Had a steady flow of people watching, which is always nice, always appreciative. Going to call out of bounds. (71-42), 3 minutes left in the ball game. It'll be a rainy day for the rest of the night. Be careful driving home or if you're out tonight. Once again, reminder, next game's Tuesday night. Clayton State University. Haven't had an opportunity to come out and come to the lock and enjoy a wonderful atmosphere. Seeing the Jonesboro Cardinals, they're able to actually venture over into that, mainly for the fact that they're going to say they're in the bonus. Surprise, surprise, surprise. They have 8 team fouls. Next basket's good. 71-44. Clock's a-ticking. Quinn takes it coast to coast. A quick timeout. 2:53 on the clock. 73-44. little rundown on Jonesboro stats per se. You know, they're going to improve their record to 10-8 overall, which is nice, and that 5-1 in the region. They've definitely demolished their old points per average of games. They're usually averaging about 55 points, and that's definitely not the case tonight. Leaning into our last 2 minutes and some change here in the ball game here at Mount Zion. Used to be region rivals up into this year, and then when we switched region, it just became county rivals. And this is one of those games that just doesn't want to end. Like, we're right there on the verge. I mean, it's a steady 30-point lead. But the gentlemen out there working hard on both sides is people that normally haven't had an opportunity to play too much. You got 22 for Jonesboro in there. And that's Scandrett. He's a senior, so it's nice to see him get some opportunities to play time on that part. And then you got still Chris Holland in there, number 10. You got number 24, Robert Paul. Crowd favorite, to say the least. (74-44). So coach has definitely emptied the bench. He tried his floater, unsuccessful. And unfortunately, we went to not hearing a lot of whistles to that's all we're hearing right now is whistles. About to get Jonesboro in the bonus. However, Mount Zion's going to go to the line to shoot 2. 9:15 in the afternoon. Everybody gets to leave but me. Y'all take care of yourselves, all right? See you later. It's always nice to have Coach Floyd hang out with me on that end. I'll tell you one thing, if I was a thinker, I'd just put some headsets on him. But I only brought enough headsets for myself. Wasn't thinking outside the box there. Everybody's clearing out. It is going to be a rainy walk to the car, so I'm mentally preparing for that. Paul dishes it out back over to Rogers. He definitely walked. I think he took 4 hops in a slide. I think he was doing the electric slide, to be honest with you. Hey, I'm ahead of the clock this time. We'll call it out. 1:44 on the clock. Curious to see what's going on in the other game. Other game in the sense of the Dallas Cowboys and the St. Louis Rams, a.k.a. LA Rams. Let's start the clock. Sorry once again for all the people walking in front of us. Did not expect that to happen. I'm going to call a walk again. 1:31 on the clock. 74-45 is your score. 9 team fouls on Jonesboro. 6 on Mount Zion. The lucky number is 10. Jumper off the mark. Like we'll hang it down here. Right at a minute remaining. Scandrick over to Paul. Back out to Calvin. Calvin almost felt like he walked a little bit. We are definitely under a minute here. Mount Zion will head to their record of 8-11. This is a non-region game, so their region record stays intact at 5-5. They'll be playing Forest Park next, followed by Lovejoy, which could be definitely 2 victories for this young team. When I say young, in the sense of they have a lot of seniors on this team. This is a very senior heavily, but opportunities have not been there this year for Mount Zion. 25 seconds and counting. It's been a pleasure speaking with you tonight. Appreciate you bearing with me with all the bells and whistles and getting things taken care of. Once again, sorry for all the heads jumping up in the way. I'm doing the best I can with what I don't have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it here from Mount Zion High School. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you on Tuesday night at the Lock, Clayton State, where Jonesboro will be taking on the Riverdale Raiders. I'm Bowman Michael with Score Sports. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your weekend.